Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Arkan Pribadi, and here I will present about the social linguistic of globalization by Jan Bloomsman. This present this presentation will use for my final exam in social linguistics. So let me start. First is background. Globalization transforms how people use language across contexts. Brumaire challenged the idea that language is fixed to place or group, and migration and digital communication create fluid, mixed language practice. The problem here is globalization reshapes, not erase, linguistic inequality. In a rapidly globalizing world, languages don't stay within borders anymore. Jan Blumert, the sociolinguistic of globalization, explores how language use changes with globalization. Instead, instead of thinking of language as fixed to a place or a group, Bloomberg shows how migration, mobility, and digital communication make language more fluid, dynamic, and complex. This journal addresses a key problem: how globalization not only spread languages but also reshapes their value, often reinforcing social and linguistic inequalities. And next is methodology. Uh, Brumer uses a qualitative approach, then analyzing real-world linguistic situations. His data include observations of migrants navigating language use in different countries, analysis of digital communication, especially social media, case studies that combine sociolinguistic theory with practical examples. His method draws on ethnographic observation, discourse analysis, and theoretical frameworks like scale theory and superdiversity. So here is the point. He used qualitative approach using real-world linguistic data, ethnographic observations of migrants, analysis analysis of online language on social media, theoretical framing, social linguistic skills, and super diversity. And next is key findings. First, language use language use becomes fluid across settings. Second, digital spaces, faster language mixing. And third, dominant language, for example English, have more value. Fourth, sociolinguistic skills, context shapes language judgment. Bloomberg main findings here. First, globalization makes language fluid. People switch between language across home, work, and digital life. And second is digital platforms encourage new types of language mixing and innovation. The third is not all languages have equal status. English, for instance, often dominates language, and the last one is is tied to power. Sociolinguistic skills show how the same dialect can be respected in one setting and stigmatized in another. Globalization doesn't erase language differences, it reshapes them unequally. And next is sociolinguistic skills. Blumer introduced sociolinguistic skills. Here is the first. A dialect might be respected in a community, but devalued in formal or institutional settings. And next is this shows how language value is socially constructed. And a key concept in social linguistic skills that the idea of language value is context dependent. For example, someone might be fluent in a dialect that's valued in their community but seen as inferior in a job interview. This theory helps explain why people's language skills are often misjudged based on social and institutional norms. And next is contribution to sociolinguistics. Shifts focus from fixed dialects to mobile. Global language practice connects to superdiversity and critical language policy. And also explain how language links with identity and power. Here explains that changes how we study language. Instead of focusing on fixed speech communities, Bloomer pushes us to consider language as mobile and socially constructed. His work ties to ideas like superdiversity, the one, how societies are becoming more culturally and linguistically complex. And the second is critical sociolinguistics, how language policies and ideologies affect power and identity. And next is discussions. The strength of this journal is groundbreaking theory of language in globalization, and also focus on inequality and language value. But the weaknesses, this journal is too Eurocentric and underemphasize individual resistance and creativity. So I find this journal highly insightful, especially its focus on inequality in language use. However, some weaknesses include heavy focus on European data, more global case studies are needed. Slight underemphasis on how individuals resist or challenge linguistic inequality. Despite this, the journal's theoretical contributions are strong and thought-provoking. And next is applications and future research. Applications, there are three applications. First is language education, two, fairer language politics, policies, and third is analyzing digital communication. For the future research is more global case studies, youth language use, and the third is language and AI communication. For the language education, helping teachers understand linguistic diversity in classroom. For language policies, designing fairer system for migrants or minorities. For digital communication, examining how social media shapes language hierarchies. And for future research, it need to be in non-European setting, for example, like Southeast Asia and Africa, and how youth and AI influence language in global context. For the references, here are my references for this presentation. There are two references, and that's all of my presentation. Hope this is my best to present my work. So, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.